Everything is your fault. Every single thing in this life. Every time you make a choice, it's ultimately your fault. In my country, it was J-Day yesterday. And if I should compare that day to any other day, it would be St. Patrick's Day or Oktoberfest. It's one day dedicated to just absolutely wrecking yourself with alcohol. And a lot of people also take drugs. That's only natural. When alcohol is involved, drugs are involved. When I got down from the apartment. What the fuck? Apartment. And took my 50 push-ups, as I always do. There was a group of people on my age and even younger. They couldn't even walk straight. This was at 4:30 in the morning. They were fucked up from alcohol and drugs. Just outside my apartment building. Seeing those kids, those young adults being fucked up from drugs. And these are people I know. These are people I've known since high school, since middle school. And they are still in this cycle of going to their shitty job, earning some tokens, and then going out spending the money they don't even have to get fucked up on drugs and alcohol, nicotine, all this shit. And then they come complaining to me when their life is falling apart and they are depressed. They have anxious thoughts all day. Bitch, look at your fucking self. Look at your life. It's your fault. It's your fucking fault. It's not your mother's fault. Maybe you have been through some tragic events in your past life. Maybe your life hasn't been easy. But do you think that someday, by some miracle, some guy is gonna show you the way, give you all the answers, without you first taking the first step, without you actually standing up for yourself, without you realizing that the actions that you are partaking, the activities you are partaking in is your fault, are your fault? Lower your fucking ego. And you have to realize that the world isn't fucking against you. It's you. You are against you. You're consuming all this shit. It doesn't have only to be alcohol, because I know the same people that are consuming alcohol and drugs are scrolling on TikTok for hours every day, watching porn, jacking off, fucking disgusting hoes every weekend, getting diseases. All their dicks are burning because they can't control their impulses. You're doing all this. You are doing all this. But you still have the audacity to complain about your sad little life, when you deep down inside know it's your fault. Every single problem in this world that you think you have, your fault. You are the only one who can solve the problems. You are the only person, only guy in this whole entire world that can lift yourself from that hole of despair that you have been digging all your sad life. Your mom is not gonna drag your from that hole. Your dad is not gonna do it. Your friends are just not gonna do it. So who's the person who's actually going to lift you up? You are. And when you realize that, extreme progress is going to be made. Extreme progress. And I realized that all my problems was when I tell this to people, they get so fucking offended. So offended. And they try relentlessly to prove me wrong. But they can't. They can never prove me wrong when I tell them these things. Because problems can arise without you having control over them. Some problems happen from external sources that you have no control over. I realized that. But as soon as you tell yourself that this isn't your fault, then you lose the ability to solve that problem. You lose the ability, you lose the control. You understand? It doesn't matter if it actually is your fault or not. It doesn't matter, because as soon as you tell the world that this is something that happened to you instead of for you, then you're fucked. Then you give away all your power to the world instead of harnessing the power for yourself. Are you that fucking stupid that you can't even see that? And I've lost friends over this argument. I've lost not girlfriends, but hoes. Useless hoes over this argument. And I tell them this because they get so offended. And I just don't understand how they can get. I do understand. It's because you're weak bitches. Every single one of you guys. No, I'm kidding. 50% of you guys, maybe. 50% of you guys don't understand what I'm saying. Or you have some kind of defense mechanism in your brain that pushes away these arguments. What's that fucking word I'm looking for? Yeah, let's just call it arguments. Because I'm challenging your way of thinking. And your ego is so high that you can't even sit there. And that's not even just your ego. It's your ego and it's your fucked up brain. You can't even sit there for more than 7 seconds and actually sit there and meditate on what I'm telling you. You lack the ability to do that even. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're stuck. And you're not getting out of that hole for a while. If you don't take what I'm saying into account. If you don't use this knowledge that I'm spitting to your advantage. Because you have to realize, I'm only trying to help you guys. Only trying to help you. I'm not trying to drag you down at all. You've been dragged down all your life by you. By yourself. And now I try to manifest that persona, that figure, that light, that guiding guy who can help you. Because you don't want to help yourself. But I believe in you. I believe in you. If you just fucking sacrifice. If you sacrifice and you make investments in yourself with time and effort. Developing your mindset, nutrition, habits, physique. Everything you have ever wanted will be given to you. Because if you just give to the world without receiving, for long enough, you will receive so much more. So much more. I haven't experienced that yet. I see no progress right now. I see zero progress. And as I told you, when I woke up, not a single molecule wanted to work towards my goals. But I know I just have to push every day, no matter what. And it gets harder and harder and harder. It only gets harder. And that's why so few people ever make it. Because they fucking give up. And they let other people tell you that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You can just relax. Because you always have the ability or the opportunity to get a normal job and, be comfortable within the system. You always have that option. Always. I have fucking destroyed that option. That option doesn't exist anymore in my brain. Never. I will rather fucking die than live a mediocre life. It's not going to happen. Nobody can tell me. Of course, if everything goes to shit and I have to rebuild the world or something like that, then my purpose is going to shift. That's only natural, of course. And I'm not suicidal. That's not what I'm saying at all. I've never been more happy to be alive. I've never had more gratitude. But that is because that my life is finally aligned. I have no doubts. I know exactly where I want to go. I know exactly. And I know exactly how I don't know exactly how I'm going to get there. No, I don't know that. But I know that if I just stick to my fucking process, my habits, nutrition, mindset, physique, something is going to fucking happen. It has to. I guarantee that. Because if you just build the man who are capable of achieving these things by telling yourself that everything is your fault, then you have all the power to build that man. You can harness everything. You can use all the negative energy to your advantage. Solve every problem and show yourself that you are a force to be reckoned with. That you're not just some ordinary little bitch, little pussy. No, you are that guy. You are that guy who's gonna prove every single one of these bitches wrong. Every single one. Everyone who's ever doubted you. And that's a lot of people. Because even though people tell you they believe in you, trust me, they don't. They only want to see you fall. They are standing there, rubbing their hands together when they see you fail. They love it. But I can sit right here and tell you guys that I believe in you. If you actually want to put in the effort, I can sit here comfortably and say to you, I believe in you. Because I would know what it takes. I would know. But I gotta be honest, most of you guys don't have what it takes. Most of you guys won't make the sacrifices. Most of you guys don't even have the capacity to understand what I'm telling you. Because you are pussies. And you will always be a pussy if you don't break through. If you don't shift your mindset. You have to shift your mindset. That's it. That's the beginning stage to everything. It's literally that simple. Everything else will follow. Mindset, habits, nutrition, physique. You will never lose. Never! But there was something I wanted to say. Something. That feeling when I drove past these fucking bitches, ruining their whole entire lives, pissing on their future family, pissing and shitting on their future kids while consuming drugs, consuming alcohol, fucking useless hoes while their dicks are burning. I drove past these motherfuckers with a clear vision, with a clear goal. That I was going to go above and beyond on the Star Machine. And I went for 2,300 steps at a pretty fucking fast pace, and it fucking sucked. It sucked. But I did it for the future, for my future, for my future kids, my future wife. I do it for everyone who I know believes in me. Because how ungrateful would I be if I gave up now? What a bitch! I wouldn't be able to live with myself. There's no turning back now. I've killed that old life. The stakes are so high now. So high. And that's what you guys need to do for yourself. You need to make the stakes so high that you wouldn't be able to live with yourself if you didn't do everything with relentless intentions to your goals. You have to have that a burning inferno inside you each day. And when the fire is about to go out, you fucking put some fuel on that bitch. And that is when you go work out in the morning. Have that process. Because that will set things in fucking motion. That will make that fire burn. All day long. Every day. That's what it takes. That's how you can guarantee that you never fail. Truly. You will fail in the micro, but in the macro, you're just a fucking rocket. And you won't be able to see the results in the beginning. Maybe for years. Maybe. But I ask you this, what's the fucking alternative? That you go back to your old ways, hating everything. Hating it. With no purpose. Other than to fuck useless hoes. Taking drugs. While your dick is burning off. How fucking low. And I'm always talking to myself when I make these videos. It's not only you guys. It's also myself. Because I've been there. I've been there for years and years. And it got me nowhere. The only place it got me was a shit life. I thought I had depression and anxiety. And I actually thought my life was over at some points. And now I understand my life has not even begun. You can make a beautiful life for yourself if you just realize the world isn't against you, it's fucking with you. If you just learn to harness the power to tell yourself that it's your fault, it's not the world's fault. You can make everything from nothing if you just want to. And most of you guys don't want it. You don't even want it. You don't want it enough. That's when you guys fail. You fail. You fall flat on your face. And I'm trying here to fucking spread my seed. Pause. But I'm spreading my seed, and sometimes it falls on fertile soil, like Oliver and Bingtang. I know these guys. They're awesome. They're gonna fucking grow. They're gonna be absolutely smashing everything. But most of you guys, it's bad soil. The seed will never grow. It will die. It will perish. It will disintegrate. Because you're corrupted. You're too plugged in the system. You have to fucking rip it off. Break through. And I hate using this metaphor because it's been ruined by all these hyper-masculine men. But it's the only way that you fucking understand it, because your brain is so fucked up from all the TikTok shit you've been watching for years. You've probably lost countless months from all your scrolling. And for what? For what? Because you were scared. Because you're weak. Because you're a bitch and a pussy. Your dad's not gonna tell it. Your dad's not going to sit there one-on-one, man-to-man and tell you these things. Because your dads are also pussies. They are weak. And they have never told you these things. So I'm gonna take that fucking role. I'm your daddy now. So listen, little man. Or fuck off. Listen or fuck off. And scroll. Scroll on. Take your little drugs. Take the little nicotine pillows. Suck on your robot dick. While your normal dick is burning from fucking all this useless hoes. Or you realize it's your fault. Everything is your fault. Harness the energy and use it with relentless intention towards your goals. And you will make it, brother. You will fucking make it.